Hey, Hiho, cat guys, I'm Tangar Glass, and today I'll tell you about Ultima Online going free to play. Actually, I waited for this for long years, for a lot of time, because official Ultima Online servers there wasn't so much people as we want there to have. So a lot of unofficial shards around the world. Some of them so populated that you could meet more people than at official servers sometimes, at certain official servers. Of course, at official servers there is Europe or Atlantic, and it's super populated realms. I actually play at Siege Pirlos, and it wasn't much people at Siege. Yeah. So I hope with free to play, more people would come and would be able to go back even. What's the details of this free to play program in Ultima Online? It's called Endless Journey. Endless Journey, and this would be released, this content update would be released at the end of March of 2018. So at the end of March, just a few months soon. And there would be totally free-to-play possibilities to join the game. The only restriction would be that you can't have a house. You can't have a house at free-to-play account. You can't use your bank account, normal bank account. If you already had an game, if you already had a character in the game and you had your bank, you wouldn't be able to use it if you would return as a free-to-play player. And some more minor restrictions. So let's discuss it. Let's discuss is it good or bad? Why people can't? Also you can't use bots. Yeah, you can't have a bot. I do not know. Would you be able to use a bot, your friend bot, for example, if you're free to play player? Maybe. I think developers, they still thinking about it. So is it good to have free to play at official servers? Yes, of course, it's very good, because actually Ultima Online, it's 20 years old game, and it's time to open the doors, because actually it's a trend. It's fashion in MMORPG genre to give wider possibilities for people to try the game before they would buy it, before they would pay for it. There was already trial account in Ultima Online official service for 14 days without any restrictions, by the way. I mean, you can't have a bank, you can put there a lot of stuff, but after 2 weeks it would be cancelled. So this trial, this new free-to-play system, it's quite limited free-to-play system, I'll say, because without a bank account, without house, it would be hard. It would be hard to play, harder to play than in normal, but at the same time it would bring people to cooperation. I mean, I know what I'll see in a few months. I'll see these newbie guilds. I'll see these new guilds. They all other the realms, at Europe, at Atlantic, at Siege Pirlos, everywhere. You have this community who help new players, and I think that these guilds, they would put chests for storage for a lot of people who play a trial account. So there would be special rooms, and I think it would be interesting how people would solve this problem, so this limitation. So of course we could see in it only bad stuff. Oh, if you're a trial account, you can't have a bank, how you could play even. Actually, you would have possibility to use a bank, but very special, your limited bank account, and it works like you have to pay for storage of your items, and if you didn't pay for it for a while, it would be sold to the highest bidder, something like auction would happen. So actually I think it would be interesting how people would solve this problem, and I'm sure that a lot of people, they would find the ways how to put their stuff to the storage, to your friend house, to beetle, to pack horse. I don't know. So it wouldn't be impossible. I think developers, they understand that if it would be too much restrictions, people wouldn't play the game. So what for to do it? So I think it's a good idea. It's just new model of paying for the game. For example, I hate subscription model myself. I like buy to play. So I bought game, and then I could return to it anytime. Okay, even with restrictions, but I like to be able to go back after a month or after two or after a year, because sometimes I play Ultima Online for almost 20 years, and for me, I like to return to Ultima for 1 or 2 months per year, but sometimes I just want to come back just for several hours, and I do not want to pay $13 for it to play several hours. So this free-to-play model, it's perfect, I think. I mean, it's good that we have it. It's big step forward. Okay, we could improve this free-to-play system soon, make it different a bit, but still it's big step forward from Ultima Online dev team. It's very good sign to make this game more popular, to show people this beautiful game. Past years, I think last 2 or 3 years, I play only at private shards, actually, because I fed up paying subscription to play several hours or days, and then it's just too big amount of dollars for me. I mean, $13 in Russia, it's big money, you know, to play a few hours. So it's good that now it would be a possibility to go back to think, do I want to play? Do I miss Ultima enough? I mean, yeah, something like this. So, and also it would give possibilities for a lot of players just to try the game without this restricted trial, when you feel that, okay, this world would collapse after 14 days. So I think it's good. Let's discuss this restriction about housing. I think it's actually must have, because if trial accounts would be able to have houses, all house plots would be taken by not really good persons. I mean, gold sellers. They would take it and make business. So this restriction, it has to be houses and bots, or this world would be just not playable for legit players, because in Ultima Online there are a lot of gold sellers, a lot of bots. It's like, yeah, it's in a lot of games such problem exist, but in Ultima Online we have a real place for houses, not instanced houses like in Lord of the Rings Online or some other games. In Ultima Online you have real houses in real place in open world. That's why it's important to make it possible for legit players, real players, not for gold farmers, to be able to buy a house. So it's good. Then maybe later it could be made like rent for housing for free-to-play players. For if you free-to-play, you could pay for rent of your house, several thousand gold daily, for example, something like this. Maybe it would be better than just forbid it. So, but it could be improved later. I think it's okay. It's the most important thing. It's just that this step was made by developers finally. So restricting bots, the same thing, but bank account, it's actually quite arguable thing, because actually Ultima Online, this game designed for players to have to be able to play normally, to have storage, a bank, because in Ultima Online you have full drop system. Okay, at Siege Perlus, where I play, for example, You mean to have you have to have a place to put your stuff to save something. So if you would die, you would be able to get something like spare suit of armor and go back to fight. It's important thing to have in Ultima. And this limited, very limited bank accounts, I'm not sure that it's a good idea. I mean, for example, if we would take EVE Online, free-to-play system, or even World of Warcraft free-to-play system, it's a bit different. I mean, it's something new to restrict bank capacity so much. I'm not sure that it's a good idea, but we would see how. It's what interesting for me here. It's how players would solve this problem, and I'm sure that players would find a decision to be able to store their items at other players' houses or somewhere else. It would be interesting how it would how it would be. By the way, I remember when I quitted Ultima Online one day. I gave all my stuff. We had too much stuff. I gave it for a storage to a friend, to a girl. She had a castle, and I gave her several chests of my stuff. And then when I came back after like 6 months, I came to her and she gave me everything back. I said, "Oh, huge thanks, you saved my stuff." So it was kind of interesting experience. So it's good then when there would be more interactions between players. So I don't think it's just a very big tragedy. Okay, we have limited bank. What to do? It's not possible to play. Let's go private service. No, it's fun. It's fun to try this system. I think it would be playable. I hope so. What to expect actually? Would we have a lot of players, a lot of new players? It's a bit doubtful. I think we would have a lot of returning players. A lot of players, people who played Ultima Online for years, and right now they made a break. Maybe they would come back and they would play hour now, hour next week, something like this. So still would be more players, and it's important because in Ultima Online, for example, at Siege Perilous, my favorite place, it's a bit too empty around. It would be fun to have more players. And a lot of people, this $13, to pay $13 per month, it's a lot. It's a lot in modern world. So I think it's definitely more people. Online would be bigger. And also this free-to-play system, it's not like, okay, you are limited. No, you would be able to buy for real money, to buy a certain amount of bank storage or other stuff. So you would have these limits, but you would be able to unlock these limits for real money. So you have a choice to pay subscription as you always did, or to pay one time certain amount of dollars to lift certain restrictions. So it would be made like this. So it's also good because I'm kind of person who like to have possibility to go to the game every day when I want. So okay, I could quit Ultima Online for 6 months and then come back, and I do not want to pay for it $13. I just want to go back and to think, do I have a mood to play Ultima? Oh, I'll wait another month. So it's actually a quite often situation for people, because like people come and go from Ultima, because we played for 20 years, you know. It's very big term. So this trend for free-to-play, I think it's good thing for game development, not development like developers. Okay, they would have also more money, because free-to-play system, it's actually it give a lot of money, because a lot of people, they would try the game also, and they would unlock certain stuff. People do not like to pay subscription. Nobody likes to play subscription. People likes to unlock something one time and okay, then play as it is. So it's like I like to. So free-to-play system, it's actually, it would give more money than subscription system for developers in the long term. So I think it would give certain kick to the game, to its development. I mean, to new content, to new ideas. I hope that I believe that Ultima Online would show us something new and something interesting soon, after a year or two. So right now we would wait for this system, for free-to-play system. I'll certainly would go back to official servers to check it, and I'll make some streams, so please subscribe to my, it's free, it's not free-to-play, it's totally unlimited. Subscribe to my stream channel also. I have two channels. Stream channel when I make streams and let's plays, and here when I just talk a lot. So guys, let's discuss this system. Let's discuss free-to-play in Ultima Online and the journey, which would appear at March of 2018. So let's discuss it down below in comments at YouTube. And if you like this video, please put your like. It would support my video, my channel, and me. Thank you very much. I would wait for your comments. Everybody could tell something.